How's it going, guys? Alright, last night we got some pretty surprising news concerning Star Wars Episode 9. Colin Trevorrow, the director of Jurassic World, is no longer going to direct Star Wars Episode 9. In a statement from Lucasfilm, Colin has been a wonderful collaborator throughout the development process, but we have all come to the conclusion that our visions for the project differ. We wish Colin the best, and we'll be sharing more information about the film soon. Alright guys, well, I admit, I was surprised by the news. After what happened with the Book of Henry, now, I admit, I haven't seen the Book of Henry, but I thought it looked interesting from the trailers. But the film was a box office bomb, and it was very badly received, critically. And a lot of people started wondering, was he going to lose his shot at directing Star Wars Episode 9? I honestly didn't think so. I figured he would do fine because he did a good job at Jurassic World. But I did start hearing about some problems with the script. It wasn't very good. And another writer had to come in and start working on cleaning up the script and making it better. But I honestly still thought Colin Trevorrow was going to direct because it seems like he was getting along great with Lucasfilm and with Kathleen Kennedy. It didn't seem like there were any problems there. I suspect things started going south after Carrie Fisher unfortunately passed away. I suspect for Star Wars Episode 9 there was a vision, there was a plan, there was a story, but after Carrie Fisher unfortunately passed away, everything obviously changed. She was no longer going to be in the movie, and that's very unfortunate, and I am going to miss her character. But I also suspect this caused a lot of tension. Like, I think the entire development team for Star Wars Episode 9, including Colin Trevorrow, were like, what do we do now? And I know it took a couple months before they came up with a game plan, whatever that was. It sounded like Episode 9 was going to have a lot of problems, and I think things just got to the point where Colin Trevorrow maybe had one idea, Kathleen Kennedy had another idea, and they were trying to come up with a compromise, and they just couldn't. So I think that's why Colin Trevorrow has left the project. Also, after what happened with the two directors from the Han Solo spin-off, which has had a lot of problems, apparently like 70% of that movie has to be reshot. So that's not good either. I suspect Kathleen Kennedy right now is very nervous, and the last thing she wants is for Episode 9 to go through similar problems. So it looks like Colin Trevorrow is completely out of the project, and I do think it's a shame because I thought he could have done a decent job directing the movie, but that's that. The big question going forward is, who's going to direct Star Wars Episode 9? The general consensus seems to be Rian Johnson, who's been directing Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. And from what I'm hearing, The Last Jedi, nothing's gone wrong. The entire movie's been great. There's been no reshoots. Kathleen Kennedy is very happy with the film, so it sounds like he's the best choice to do Episode 9. But the only question is, will he? I don't know. Some are also suggesting J.J. Abrams might come back, and I'm not against the idea, but my only concern is J.J. Abrams with The Force Awakens. He basically made a very safe Star Wars film, though granted it was a good one, a very good film, but you could tell it was almost like a remake of A New Hope. Just very well disguised, but you could still tell. So I don't know if I want J.J. Abrams coming back to do Episode 9, but I'm not against it either. Rian Johnson, I suspect, will probably be their choice because I suspect they want someone they can trust. And he does seem to be the best choice, though there are some other considerations, like some are suggesting maybe Steven Spielberg, and honestly I'm not against the idea, but I know Steven Spielberg's movies lately haven't been super amazing, so maybe he's not the best choice either, but I'm not against it. Maybe he'll have a good idea, but either way at this point, I would say Rian Johnson is probably the likely choice. Alright guys, this is the end of my discussion on Colin Trevorrow no longer being the director of Star Wars Episode 9. Let me know down in the comments your opinions on this. I'm curious to see what you think. If there's any more major news concerning Star Wars Episode 9, including whoever is going to direct it, I will let you guys know. I will talk to you guys later. This is the Entertainment Wizard, signing off.